And good evening, about 7 o'clock on June 15th. And we're going to do a little bit of a different approach today for the podcast. This would be podcast number 16. But now, this is still going to be considered a podcast, but this is going to be more focused around severe weather. And we are going to get started here in just a bit, but I want to make sure that I have the appropriate audience that can see this. And I'm going to share this on multiple platforms. And folks that are on this right now, if you can do the same thing, I will be going live for about 15 minutes or so in regards to the chance of severe weather that is going to be possible by Thursday. Now, most of us need some rain at this point. People are begging for it. Again, I haven't been a TV meteorologist now for just about a year. But again, most people are begging for that right now. So we'll get started at about 7:03. Hang on with me. Again, I want to be able to share this on my Facebook pages. Let's see here. Please share update on severe weather. Severe weather. And we'll do that on a couple of platforms. We'll try to get that on my Chris C. Nelson meteorologist page that unfortunately has been banned hasn't been banned fully, but it hasn't really allowed me to do all the things and provide all the bells and whistles that I would like to do. So again, if you have an opportunity to be able to share this, that would be awesome. I'm going to share this on most of the North Iowa pages here. We'll get started here in just a bit. Again, the focus is going to be for the chances of severe weather. Let's put this on there. Please share severe weather threat Thursday. And we'll see what kind of audience we get here. Again, it's about 7:03. And it's always interesting to see kind of how this all decides to play out when we're 3 days out for severe weather chances. Rant and rave. Let's see if we can get that one out. Severe weather chances. And we'll go one more here and we'll see how many we can get here. Again, appreciate everyone that's coming on. Got about 10 folks on here. Anyone that's on, please share this on your Facebook page. Get the alert out, as we always like to say. Again, we're still several days out, but severe weather Thursday. So we got 7:02. I got about 13 people on. I will reiterate what we're talking about here again. Given a week off for the podcast, but we're going to dive in more specifically about the chances for severe weather. And I want to add in one thing as we edit this post. Our proud sponsors, Alpha Roofing Company. I got about 20 folks on here. Good news, we're starting to climb a bit. Let's see if we can, all 20 folks that are on here, if you can all share on your Facebook page, that'll start to get that audience creeping back up. And that's what we're looking for right now. We are going to see, let's take a look at regional SPC outlook. We'll get things started right now. Again, it's almost, what have we got here? 7:03. And again, we are on because of this. Again, this is for Thursday. Today is Tuesday, June 15th, 2021, in the evening, just about 7:05 Central Daylight Time. The Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, has issued a level 2 for the threat of severe weather. That's a slight risk, and it does include all of North Iowa, Central Iowa, Eastern and Northeastern Iowa, Southwestern Wisconsin, and Southeastern parts of Minnesota. If you're looking at county by county, it includes, again, folks from Fort Dodge, northern suburbs of Des Moines, Ames, just north of, it looks like, of Iowa City, but it does include Cedar Rapids, Waterloo, all counties from Freeborn all the way to Olmsted County in North Iowa, from Winnebago all the way to Floyd, and Howard counties, and everywhere in between. So this is, you're talking 3 days out, substantial at least chance, first time really this season to see the chance for severe weather here. And I'm not going to say it's a huge deal, but again, first time we've seen something like this in at least a little while. Again, 18 folks that are on. We'll do a little bit more as if we can get some more shares on Facebook. So that's a couple days out. Let's look and see what exactly the National Weather Service is saying about Thursday. And they're talking about a positively tilted shortwave trough, which will always bring in a warm front and a cold front, depending upon the spin and vorticity levels. We could see a quick warm front and a quick cold front, and that's important just based on setting the stage for warm, moist air, and then kind of lifting that warm, moist air and bringing up chances for showers and thunderstorms. It does look like the dew points will be well into the 60s, mid and upper 60s are likely. Threshold usually needs to be about 60 for a dew point to shoot up those thunderstorms and anything that could be possibly strong to severe. The one uncertainty we are seeing convection on our computer models Wednesday night and into early Thursday. That's round number one. We need instability. You need to restabilize or destabilize the atmosphere. And if that can happen, we got to get that round number one of showers, thunderstorms out quickly in the morning hours on Thursday. And if that does happen, we'll see more thunderstorms erupting. It does look like we do have veering winds, which is important for spin. Wind shear, obviously, for wind and hail threat, and even a couple of tornadoes this time of year when you have dew points that high. And it does look like the Cape levels, at least the ones we're looking at right now, MU is about 2,000 joules per kilogram for the latter parts of the afternoon where that air mass remains unsettled and undisturbed. Big thing, as in my opinion, that we're looking at is going to be if we can actually see any type of thunderstorm activity move on out in the morning hours. If it hangs around and you get the clouds, seen that a lot. Seen that a lot in my times where that will just kill off thunderstorms. If you don't see sunshine by 11 o'clock in the morning, 12, it may be tough to really get ignition to boost those thunderstorms up. I doubt the NAM, I got to think about, again, you're going 84 hours out. I doubt that we're going to be able to see, we will be able to see some of this action. So let's look at some of this stuff. And let me show you the vorticity levels. Actually, we'll show you the continental United States. And what's going on right now is we have a pretty strong 500 millibar high pressure. You're talking about 594, almost 600 MBs, which is pretty incredible. dBs, rather, decameters. And that is bringing the big-time heat in the desert Southwest. They're all under excessive heat warnings at this point. In fact, let me show you. All that's red is excessive heat warnings. Temperatures have been flirting between 115 and 125 in some of the hottest parts of the country, including Las Vegas, Phoenix, obviously two big ones, but three areas that get really hot when you're looking at this kind of situation with 594, 600 DMs. You're looking at Laughlin, which is almost at sea level or below. They're going to be between 120 and maybe even 125. Palm Springs will be between that 117, 120. And then, of course, Death Valley could be around that 122 to 126 Fahrenheit. You're talking about some big-time heat. So let's go back here, and you can kind of see the rotation here. Again, this brings us, there's the convection. You can see a lot of this convection taking place. Then I'm trying to actually keep the thunderstorm activity moving off pretty quickly. I could tell that by the vorticity levels here. They're a little bit higher, meaning there's a lot of lift there and a lot of spin in the atmosphere. Still looks hot out west, and then you got another tropical system trying to develop, and that one actually may make landfall. Let's go a little bit closer into the Midwest. Let's look at dew point levels, and there they are on Thursday. NAM typically goes a little bit higher with some of their dew point levels, but you can see a boundary already setting up. That's in around the cities, and then some very moist air, which will produce dew points at least in the 60s, if not 70. The higher the threshold there, or the higher the number, the greater you're going to see, I think, for thunderstorm risks and hail and what have you. More of the severity on the side of things. Let me show you the type here. These are thunderstorms, and you can kind of see how tight these are. This is going to be probably an MCS rolling, what we call ridge runners, or the ring of fire off this ridge. You get a big difference, big density difference in air, temperature, humidity, and you're going to get some of these thunderstorms just blowing up. These will typically happen at night and into the morning hours. They die off, and then take a look. You're starting to see some thunderstorms developing. Now, this model is indicating more over Wisconsin than Iowa or Minnesota. Interesting. Let's see how far this model goes. And this does take us from Thursday into Friday. All right, so here are these thunderstorms that we were talking about. Showing a little bit here and there, and then you really start to see some thunderstorms rolling in. These are developing all the way out to the Dakotas, and then turning pretty nasty here. You can already see, oops. Again, this is several days out, but you're looking at 50, 60 dBz, which is going to be a significant rain, hail, wind potentially. Lots to look at. And then always looking at the temperatures. It's hot out west. I mean, you can actually see where that ridge is building. A little cooler because of the rain, but look at where that little tongue of moisture and heat. I mean, you're talking about 105 to 110 in parts of Kansas and the Central Plains, southern parts of Nebraska, even southwestern Iowa could be near that century mark. I mean, this is going to be some hot, hot temperatures. Problem we have been having, and we'll get back to the severe weather in a second, is the lack of rain. There we go. That's pretty bad out west, but it's pretty bad over parts of Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. All of southern Minnesota, North Iowa, under D1, which is a moderate drought. Parts of southeastern Wisconsin, northwestern Iowa, southwestern Minnesota under D2, which is drought or severe drought. So I put out on Facebook from Twitter. You can go to, you can scroll through Facebook at some point if you want as well. But this is going to show, got to remember what the levels are. Let me just go through here quick. You're going to be able to see it. Where are we go? Oh, here we go. As of 7 a.m. this morning, the Mississippi River at La Crosse had a stage of 4.76 feet. Thinking, all right, what does that mean? Well, this is the lowest 7 a.m. stage in June since June 11, 1992, when we're at 4.50. Something else to think about, the lowest June stage on record for the Mississippi at La Crosse is 4.02, June 29, 1959. So what does that mean for you at home? Well, if you're in southern Minnesota, North Iowa, Wisconsin, Mississippi is the main river around here. You have plenty of tributaries that are going in and out of it. And if that is low, everywhere else is low. And you're probably seeing that in some of the main rivers that are running through the Cedar, the Winnebago, Zumbro. In Wisconsin, you have the Fox River that's big, Wisconsin River that's big. There's a lot. And then you look at some of the bigger rivers around. Red River's big. Missouri River's big. Ohio River is big. I mean, if you look at Mississippi from this map, there's tons of rivers and big rivers that are thrown off here. Illinois River is another one that'll go into the southwestern suburbs of Chicago. That'll impact. I mean, we need some rain. So that's the question. Do we get it? Let's look at the GFS. See if we'll actually get some. Again, folks that are on 24 on, share this on your Facebook page. Certainly appreciate that. So we can get a larger crowd, let everyone kind of know what's happening for Thursday, what to expect with rainfall. The farmers wondering if we're ever going to get any rain. It's going to happen. It looks like later this week is going to be our best chance possibly for a while here. So again, share. It's a very simple share. Please share that. Let's look at the numerical models from the GFS. I want to show you the rain, precipitation, total precipitation amounts. Again, this is through July 1st. So this is showing quite a bit of rain. Most of us watching from the Midwest. Showing, again, if you get this all really quickly, that's not a good thing. But if it's gradual through the next 10 to 14 days, give me a second. I got to let my dog out. Picture this for the next 10 to 14 days. That's not a bad thing. I mean, we certainly need several inches of rainfall. And in fact, let me see if I can pull up. I remember how to get there. Let's see if we can. We'll just, for example, we'll pull up Rochester. Again, you're not going to be able to see this, but right now, departure from normal, we are almost 6 inches of rain. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. 6 inches of rain below normal for the year. Month to date, we're almost 3 inches. We're at 2 3/4 of an inch below average. So significant. I'll pull up Mason City. Again, you're expecting a hot day on Thursday, 95. Still hot for the weekend, but a nice weekend. You need the rain at this point. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until at least Sunday. What did I just do? I wanted Des Moines. Why are they doing that? For some reason, Des Moines is not letting me in. Weird. Something's going on with the Des Moines National Weather Service. Otherwise, I would show that. Another one that would be really great, I think, to show would be Milwaukee. They're under a huge drought. And I know you can't see this, but I'll tell you this right now. Well, they're not as bad month to date. They're about 2 inches, 7 inches below average for the year. So that is why they are a little bit higher than some of the others. Got a few comments. Anyone that's on, please comment. Ken, my boy. Pam saying hi. Appreciate the share. Kathy. Christina Sharon. Nathan's on. Barb looking for a rain dance. Yeah, we definitely need some rain. Appreciate the share there, Wendy. Again, typically I have more people on, but Facebook has kind of focused in on me, and they've done something to my metrics to kind of throw things off. But the more we share, the better off I think we'll be able to push this crowd out. So I'm going to go back to the regional SPC for folks that missed that. The reason we're on right now is to highlight the severe weather chances on Thursday. So 3 days out, expect this to change. This will not look like this on Thursday. Again, this is a forecast, and you have to remember the old snowball effect based on what happens here, will happen here, will happen here. Could increase, could decrease, could stay the same, but I doubt the same areas will all be under the slight. Could expand, could get smaller, could shift east. The way the models are looking, it looks like it's trying to shift east. But on the tail side of that front, where you get the warm air right away and get the cold sweeping air first on the back tail end here where the wind shear is the best, that may be why the SPC is nudging its way and predicting a chunk of Iowa, sliver of Minnesota, and the far western tier, west of 39 for any of that severe weather, basically going right to the Dells through Tomah and La Crosse. But again, you're looking at Albert Lee, Austin, Rochester. The marginal threat does include the Des Moines area, Davenport, Quad City area, goes to Milwaukee, Green Bay, Wausau, the Twin Cities, and then all the way west, close to Omaha, Council Bluffs, Sioux City, Spencer, Carroll, Atlantic. Lamoni's down in the Thunder area. So, again, this is going to be the spot, really, I think, to focus on for any of the severe weather chances. This is kind of a plug. You can go to the YouTube channel that we have as well. This is mainly for Nelson Media Company. But I did want to show you this. Oh, no, I can't go here. Yeah, I guess I can. I'll still show you. About 509 subscribers. This is live right now. And if you want to see some of these videos, again, what we're doing from the Nelson Media standpoint, have a lot of great clients, have built some more relationships just in the last few weeks. Really excited to announce some of these that are going to be, these are mainly local businesses, but some bigger ones that we've established, built relationships with, and are proud that we're going to be partnering up and, doing some good work. As of recent, you can see some of the work we've done with Frisky Fox. Their vineyard is, really great in Riceville. ADA Enterprises Incorp with racks and Premier Poly Steel. They're over in Northwood. Great business. We're really looking for some people. We're doing, obviously, work with Osage and Riceville. We have a couple more videos coming, I would say, next week, maybe as early as the weekend. Schoenman Realtors with Cody and Brett. We'll be doing some work. I know they're real busy. We'll be doing some work with them later on in the month, but it's been a pleasure really being able to work with them. Just in the last week, or the last 2 weeks, in fact, we're going to have some videos out for Trimark in New Hampton. We'll have a video out with Plant Peddler with our friends Mike and Rachel Gooder, owners of Plant Peddler in Cresco, Iowa. We will have videos with NIAC as well. That'll be later on in the month or early next month. Really great. I'm really excited about the partnership with the college in North Iowa. Over the weekend, we've done stuff with the Cresco Theater with Wendy Lichtig. Looking to do some more stuff as well tomorrow. This is brand new, by the way. Data Business Integration, I believe. I think Enterprises, actually. Data Business Enterprises. Almost got that one wrong. There's so many acronyms out there. I have to remember. They're down in Des Moines, so we'll be doing a shoot with them down there. Excited to do stuff with Movement Solutions in Clear Lake on Saturday. Friday this week, we have Riceville and Osage schools on their summer sessions. What's going on there? We have a great montage we're putting together for the Riceville schools of the last 23, I believe, videos that we did during the school year. Can you believe that? If Barb Schwaman's on, or if Christina Matthews is on, we did a lot of work for the school districts. And, that's some of our proudest work is, we're so blessed to be able to do some work for some of the schools and prosper learning, but also incorporate learning and what's going on from an extracurricular activity and education and push that out into the community. That's something I never had. I mean, heck, we got grades from, a piece of paper. I think in college, I finally went to electronic, and now everything is pretty much digital. But yes, we've been really fortunate to be able to do marketing like stuff here in North Iowa, and we've expanded a little bit into southern Minnesota, expanded a little bit into Wisconsin, but our base, which hopefully we'll have some exciting news soon of an office. Our base is North Iowa, and that's where we're staying. So we're proud of it, and we're excited about it. I've dwindled our viewers down to 13 with my boring Nelson Media stuff, but I had to throw that in there. Last thing I want to do and talk about is Alpha Roofing Company. So they are out of Mason City. They do work in Cedar Rapids, Des Moines. Really, really busy, I think. Obviously taking care of what has been happening or what did happen on August 11th last year with the derecho hitting. The last thing I want to say, it shocked everyone, but I think the extremeness of this shocked everyone. I think, you look at the models 12 hours before that, we knew there was going to be a large MCS going through. The severity of it was not known. I don't care what meteorologist wants to tell you or blow smoke up your hinder. No one knew it was going to be to this level. And they're doing some really good work for North Iowa. And, this may expand into something much bigger, but they are just north of Highway 18 on Federal Avenue, South Federal. So they have a brand new office. We're hoping to do some marketing videos for them this summer. I know they've been really, really busy, but we're hoping that we can get and just highlight some of the stuff that they've been doing. So give their Facebook page a like. All you have to do is click on the link that I have right now, and you'll be able to do that. But got Jason, got Willie, got Derek. Those are the three guys, and they have a great team. I know that they just hired an executive assistant, hiring a lot of people. So that means business is as well. And I hope that doesn't deter people from, the rising prices of wood and roofing and what have you. And it's not them, it's obviously material, but that will go back down. I think most of us realize that. And I think they're plenty busy. And with a lot of the stuff that's happened in Cedar Rapids, that people have to have a roof. And there's still people out there. If we traveled in Cedar Rapids, you would still see folks without a roof on. And I remember going through there last year with Ashley Van Orning. She's a council member in Cedar Rapids that we did a couple interviews with, and she showed me the town, and I never saw anything like it. I mean, people have explained the damage like a hurricane, and I've never been through a hurricane. I've never seen firsthand hurricane damage, but wow, I was just in awe. And before I went to Cedar Rapids, I went to Madrid, I went to Marshalltown, I went to, I'm trying to think of some other ones that I went to. Woodward, I went through Ames, I went through Nevada, I went through Boone. But I'm telling you, Cedar Rapids and Marion, some of the hardest hit areas. And I didn't go down south into Iowa City, but, some of those bad things that happen, you get a lot of good stories out of it. Get down, Toby. Anyways, Toby, we've been on for almost a half an hour. I'll let you guys go. If you have questions, please message me. I have no problem answering any questions you may have. Otherwise, take care. God bless.